healing seminar. All right. Yesterday we talked about the importance of mental health. The importance of mental health. We also talked about how, I guess, easy, because it sounds easy, how easy it is to change our mind, and then that changes our life. All right. So one thing that we said yesterday was my mental language dictates my physical body language. Do you see what I'm saying? My mental language, how I speak to myself, is going to dictate how my physical body feels. We talked about our emotions and how they can dictate our heart rate, our body temperature, all of these different things. We use anger and anxiety for the emotions. When you are angry, your temperature rises. When you're sad, you feel heavier. When you have anxiety, your heart is racing, your mind is racing, all of these different things are happening, but it's just my mind is feeling this way, so it causes a reaction in my body. Today we're going to talk about the natural pharmacy. And what do I mean by that? The healing powers of food. All right, the natural pharmacy is today's topic, and it's about the healing powers of food. And before we get into the healing powers of food, again, we were talking yesterday about our mindset, and that dictates what we're going to talk about first today is my lifestyle and my habits. Okay, so all the decisions, regardless of how big or small it is throughout the day, they add up to equal my lifestyle. Okay, so the sum of all my actions throughout the day equal my lifestyle. All right, I do, let's say if I did 100 actions a day, there's probably 80 of them that I do the exact same every single day when it comes down to how I wake up in the morning, how I start my day, how I go through my day. These actions that are repetitive, those are my habits. All right, so I build my habits, and then that also builds my lifestyle. Okay, my habits build my lifestyle. Why is that so important? Is because if I have bad habits, I'm gonna have a bad lifestyle. If I have a bad lifestyle, I'm gonna have bad health. So it always correlates, it always goes back to the same thing. If I have good habits, then I have a good lifestyle, and I'm gonna have good health. You guys follow? Now, when it comes to our health, generally speaking, what affects it the most is going to be, like we said yesterday, number one, my mind, and then number two is going to be the food that I eat. Okay, so my mindset, and then it goes to the food that I eat. All right, the food that I eat is going to be number two. That's why today we're going to be talking about the healing powers of food. I heard this throughout my whole life from many different people. The better you know, the better you do. So until you know better, you can't do better. So today we're going to know better, so that way we can do better with the food that we're eating. Our bodies need nutrients to survive, okay? And there's nutrients and energy in everything that we eat. So regardless of if I eat McDonald's or I eat some great food, they're both going to have nutrients and energy. So that's why I can't eat anything and I'll be fine. That's what it seems like. But you have to remember, some foods cause disease and illness, and some foods cause healing. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a difference between the things that we're putting in our body. And then also, the same two meals, we said the McDonald's and a healthy meal, a salad, my body's going to feel the difference. All right, that's why it's so important that we start the food journal. Within the next week, everybody needs to start the food journal. Write down what I eat and how it makes my body feel. All right, what I eat and how it makes my body feel. Last point that we're going to make about lifestyle and habits, it's vital to understand the foods so that way I can understand how to make the decisions that I need to for myself. Like we're saying, I could make a meal plan and it be generic for all of us, but that's not how it should work. If I'm going to make a meal plan, it needs to be specific to you, specific to what does your body need. That's why we're talking about yesterday, going to the doctor to get medicine is just giving a general prescription. Okay, so what do I mean? If 3 of us in here had high blood pressure, they're gonna give us high blood pressure medicine. It's only curing my symptoms. It's not curing my high blood pressure. You guys see what I'm saying? It's because it's not specific for me. It's just doing the general, just healing the symptoms, all right? Now, that's why today is so important with the healing powers of food. All right. First thing that we're going to talk about are fruits and vegetables. This is where we're going to start at. Okay, fruits and vegetables. So you can just write that as the title for this section, or the notes that you're about to take. Fruits and vegetables. First thing that we're going to talk about involving the fruits and vegetables are antioxidants and phytochemicals. Okay, I'm going to spell them both for you guys. Antioxidants is ANTIOXIDANTS. That's antioxidants. Then the next the next word that we're going to define is phytochemicals. All right, phyto, PHYTOCHEMICALS. So these are going to be the first two things that we talk about: antioxidants and phytochemicals. Now, antioxidants and phytochemicals are not found in meat-based food. Okay, so any meat-derived food that I have, there are not antioxidants and phytochemicals inside of it. Okay. Why is this important? Antioxidants are vitamin and mineral compounds. All right. And what do? When my food is being broken down, antioxidants help my food be broken down in a healthy way. So when I'm eating, let's say I eat something with red sauce late at night, some pasta or pizza, I have heartburn. That's not a healthy breakdown. If my body's reacting with the acid coming up, the acid reflux, my body's not having a healthy breakdown. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I'm eating a salad, I don't have heartburn. When I eat some fruit, I don't have heartburn. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a healthier breakdown. Even if you eat a salad before you eat some meat, that's still going to aid in the breakdown of the meat. That's why it's good to always have a salad when I am eating something else. Like we're saying, it helps in the breakdown. So my metabolism is also going to speed up and run smoother when I eat more fruits and vegetables, because there's more antioxidants in these things. Like let's say if yesterday I only ate a chicken sandwich or a hamburger, one of the two, and some French fries with it. Everything is fried with a lot of oil, so then I have no antioxidants and I have no phytochemicals. But I need these to survive, okay? Because we're gonna break down the next word, which is phytochemicals, okay? Phyto, P-H-Y-T-O, literally means life. Phyto means life. So these are life chemicals. Do you see what I'm saying? The phytochemicals have curative properties, okay? And we're gonna talk about what they can cure, what they can prevent in just a second. But phytochemicals are life chemicals, okay?
They have what kind of products you said?
What'd you say?
What kind of products you said? Cured products.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. We're gonna talk about those in a second. I'm gonna have a list for you guys. Some more facts about the phytochemicals are, it's basically the plant's immune system, okay? Like my immune system that I have in my body. If I have a healthy immune system, then my body's gonna run smooth, okay? The plant has the same thing with the phytochemicals. Its immune system is running through the phytochemicals that it has. So it's like I'm taking an immune booster. Do you see what I'm saying when I eat my fruits and my vegetables? An immune booster. That's what I'm trying to say. Like we were just saying, it helps defend the plants from viruses, bacteria, because just like I can get sick, a tree can get sick and it can die as well. It offers us, like we were saying a second ago, protection from several diseases, okay? It can prevent cancers, and now it can treat. And I'm gonna name these, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you can write this down. Phytochemicals treat these 5 cancers. Breast cancer is number 1. Number 2 is cervical cancer. Number 3 is prostate cancer. The 4th one is colorectal, and that's about the colon. Yeah, colon. Yeah, it's my fault. Colon. That's about the colon, and the last one is leukemia. Leukemia. So the phytochemicals, which are in my fruits and vegetables, can fight and prevent different forms of cancer. Last two things about the phytochemicals: they protect the brain and support heart health. All right, so for my heart to be healthier. When we're talking about our heart is like a valve. So when I'm breathing, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, this is helping my blood flow through my heart. So let's say I don't have a lot of phytochemicals, I start to build up mucus around my heart. This is where heart disease and all of these things come from, when my heart starts to get congested. So that same thing that can happen to my heart can happen anywhere in my body that starts to fail first. It's just like if the beginning of my life, God said, you have 30 years of eating meat. And then after that, you're gonna have high blood pressure. You're gonna have diabetes. You're gonna have this or this. I'm not consciously aware of the time, but I know now today that there's a time limit on how long I can eat bad before my body responds in a negative way. Because God is so great to us that He covers us when we are living in an ignorant state, because we don't know. When we don't know and we ignore something, He's not gonna punish us. But now that we know and then we choose to ignore, you're gonna feel it instantly because you're conscious of it. And like we said, my mind is number one. If I'm eating some food and I'm telling myself I should be eating something better, my body right now is already not getting the things that it needs because of the way that I'm talking to myself. Do you see what I'm saying? Versus if I'm eating something healthy and I say while I'm eating to myself in my head, I'm saying I'm eating exactly what I'm supposed to, my body is already responding in a better way. Do we see what I'm saying? How my mind and body connect. We were talking about this yesterday. My mind and body connecting. What's so important about antioxidants and phytochemicals is, like we were saying, when they're combined, they act as natural pharmaceuticals. We're gonna go into another section right after this to explain what specifically they're gonna do. When we're talking about fruits and vegetables, they are the most colorful foods that we have, okay? The most colorful foods that we have. Why is that important? Anytime you're looking for something, let's say squash, yellow, tomatoes can be green, red, all these different colors. That's because of the next thing that we're going to talk about, which is chlorophyll, okay, what gives them their color. We need an abundance of the first two, antioxidants and phytochemicals, but we also need an abundance of chlorophyll. That's found in all colorful fruits. It's found more in green fruits, green plants. So that could be anything green that we eat, turnip greens, collard greens, bell pepper, that's green. Any of these things that are green, lettuce, cabbage, green, that's what we need to be eating, greenery. All right, we're gonna explain on the next page about what chlorophyll is actually gonna do for us. I'm gonna spell chlorophyll for you guys so you can write down the word and then the definition with it. Chlorophyll is CHLOROPHYLL. And then also, if you guys have any questions, you can ask the questions while we're going. Okay, so chlorophyll is a natural compound, like we were saying, present in green plants that give them their color. So this is just like us. We all have melanin. You either have more melanin or less melanin, and that is what gives you your pigment. This is the same thing for the chlorophyll. Now, how do I get more melanin? How do we get darker? We're in the sun. Do you see what I'm saying? The same thing works for the trees, for the plants. They're getting more vitamin D. That's the sun. You see what I'm saying? Vitamin D. The sunlight is what makes them green, and that's what increases the melanin in our body. This is good for everyone to get more sunlight. That's really number one. If you can just get outside in the morning, or it doesn't even have to be hot, just get outside 10-15 minutes a day. That's gonna benefit your body so much. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about something called grounding, and hopefully we can get a little interactive with it. We'll see. But like we were saying, it helps the plants absorb energy from the sun. All right, the same thing that happens to us when we're standing in the sun. Helps us absorb the energy from the sun. Also, when they're going through photosynthesis, which is how they process their food, it helps them absorb the energy. So when we have chlorophyll in us, when we're eating the fruits and vegetables, we're doing the same process. We're able to absorb a lot of energy. Instead of, I eat a piece of cake, 15 minutes, I'm going to sleep. I eat some fried chicken, 15 minutes, I'm going to sleep. I eat some fruits and vegetables, I can last. It's simple. We see it throughout our life. We just often ignore it because we don't know how serious it is. That's what it comes down to. We don't know that by me eating this way all the way from when I was little to me being this age now, 25, I could be setting myself up for failure if I don't change now. And it's never too late. So it doesn't matter what age anyone is in here. If I start to change now, I can start to change the things that are going on in my body. I'm not gonna say my mom's age, but I'm 25, so you know that my mom is older than I am, and she was on medicine and all of these different things. The first thing that we had to do was, like I talked about yesterday, was change her mindset. Because the biggest thing that we had to do was to start, and that's with everyone. The hardest step is the first step. So when we got over the mental aspect of it, then the physical aspect comes. But once I know I already made myself do this one time, once I get through one workout, I should be able to say, I've done it one time, I can do it again. So I kept feeding her that. You've done it one time, you can do it again. And it will never be as hard as the first day. There will never be another day hard as the first day. The first time you do something is gonna be the hardest. After that, it's a breeze. So, like I was telling you, we started with her mind now to today where she's not taking any medicines. Do we see what I'm saying? But it's just because, boom, we start with my mind. Once I defeat that, I can do anything. Like we talked about yesterday, my mind is gonna question a lot. I say, boom, I wanna work out today, but this, but that. My mind is just to question. So yes, I do wanna work out today. My mind is gonna say how. We have to do this, and this. So then I respond to my mind with a plan. This is how we're going to do this. Instead of me saying I can't do it. It's that easy. That's why we have to start the food journal. Because then you'll tell yourself, like, when you show yourself proof, that gives you fuel. When you show yourself, like, I'm serious about this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be dedicated to this. When you commit to something, your energy changes behind it. I don't know how many people in here have kids, but I know you have to commit to being a parent. You can't just say, okay, sometimes I'm gonna do this. You need to treat your child's life the same way that you treat, you need to treat your life the same way you would treat your child. If you knew this stuff, would you continue to feed your child the wrong food? No. So why would I know these things and feed myself the wrong food? Do you still understand what I'm saying? We just have to start to make serious, intentional decisions about this is how I'm going to be and this is what I'm gonna do. Got a little off track, but the chlorophyll, we're gonna go back to that. These are some of the things that it does for our body. So it aids in the elimination of harmful substances, okay? Just from our cars, the machinery that we have, there's harmful substances just when we breathe. You see what I'm saying? There's harmful substances when we eat, the chemicals and especially processed food. When we eat these things, there's harmful substances. But when I have the chlorophyll in my body, it aids against them growing stronger. Like we're saying, preventative measures. My body hasn't failed on me yet, so I can still prevent failure. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by it's not too late. The next one is reducing the impact on neurodegeneratives. What does that mean? Things that make my mind start to deteriorate, okay? So when I'm eating a lot of chlorophyll, my mind is going to stay strong, okay? I know there has to be people in here that know someone that lived to their 90s, 100 years old, and it wasn't because anything besides how they lived, their lifestyle. They were 80, 90, and they were still active. Do you see what I'm saying? They were 80 and 90 and still ate a bowl of turnip greens with a piece of cornbread. Do you see what I'm saying? And they were sitting there and that's their full meal. What is gonna happen to their body versus me just eating meat as my full meal and some french fries? Do you see what I'm saying? They're setting themselves up for longevity while I'm setting myself up for whatever is instantaneous, the short term. We gotta start thinking for longevity. We gotta start thinking with a purpose. I love my family, and I know there's people in here that love their family too. I want to be around for them as long as I can. As long as I can. I think about my uncle a lot when I'm doing this stuff that I'm doing now. I'm like, man, I could have helped his mind. I could have helped his body. I could have helped his spirit, all of these things. But now it's like, be the example for the other Cumleys out there. Do you see what I'm saying? There's other people in our community that are dealing with the same thing. They're going through hard times. They're not eating correctly. They're not treating their bodies correctly. I saw that happen to him. Now I can do it for other people. I don't have to sit here and sulk on it. It's boom. Now I have the way to prevent it from happening to someone else. And that's what's about to happen. Again, chlorophyll gives us longer lasting energy. We were just talking about that a second ago. When I eat something that's green, it's going to let me have longer energy throughout the day than me just eating French fries and a burger, French fries and a chicken sandwich. I'm just naming what most people get at fast food, some nuggets, some tenders. Everything fried is not what I need inside of my body. Chlorophyll also boosts red blood cells, all right? Boosting the red blood cell in your count helps your immune system and helps how you breathe, okay? Your immune system and helps how you breathe. Really good for your lungs. Again, we were talking about chlorophyll. It helps us lose weight, okay? Weight management. So, of course, if I ate green all the time, I would be lean all the time, okay? I thought you were about to ask him. If I ate green all the time, I would be lean all the time. It helps healing damaged skin, okay? So this is something I learned, and then I started to love the vegetables, because I was telling you guys yesterday, I went through a spell right before COVID where I had super severe eczema, and I didn't know what was going on. But once I learned all this stuff that I know now, I don't have to take a shot every 2 weeks. And that's been over, what, 2024, 3 years that I haven't taken a shot. But it's because of the same knowledge that I'm giving to you guys. Take the food journal, see what is good for my body, see what is not, and then move from there. I don't have to continue to take medicine that's only curing symptoms that I can cure myself. This is one that's really big. It cuts down inflammation, okay? We talked about this yesterday. Any disease that ends in itis, okay? Any disease that ends in itis is from inflammation, okay? Inflammation. The antioxidants and phytochemicals are very good for inflammation as well. But like we're saying, this is in the fruits and vegetables, all these substances, and you're not going to find them anywhere else. We're going to talk about this right quick. There is so many, like we're saying, substances that we can take, or they have a vitamin C tablet, they have a vitamin D tablet, they have antioxidants, all these different tablets, but I guarantee you, you're going to get what you really need from going and getting the actual fruits and vegetables. If you think you're going to take a shortcut, it's gonna take even longer for you to get healthy. When you're saying when you're telling your physical body by doing these repetitive actions that I need this pill. Do you see what I'm saying? By me every day taking a pill for myself, it's confirming with me I need to take this every day. Until I say no, I don't. Do you see what I'm saying? I have the way to get out of this. There is no permanent illnesses that are out here, but we are looking at them all as permanent. Like we were talking about yesterday, my mindset is important too, because we can't see the germs. If they told me I have a cold, my mind says I'll be over this in a week. If I go in the doctor and they said I have cancer, I think I'm gonna die. This is a mindset thing. But both of them can be cured. Both of them can be prevented. Do you see what I'm saying?
I have a question.
Yes.
When you talk about the fruits and the vegetables, and you may or may not know this, is it a difference between eating the fruits and vegetables that are organic or that are non-organic that may have chemicals on them?
So it's super essential that you try to get organic as possible, because whether we want to believe it or not, some of the stuff that even says organic may not be organic. Like, we're so far away from the natural way that the food was. So it's like, try to stay organic and clean as possible when you get your fruit. I might bring that up later. I don't know if I wrote it down, but there's a way that you can tell when you go and buy the fruit, there's numbers on them. I want to say if there's 5 numbers and it starts with an odd, it's been sprayed with pesticides. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a list, and I can bring that tomorrow because I don't want to tell it and then it not be the correct way. Tomorrow I'll bring that with me. But you can look at the fruit, like bananas, strawberries, whatever it is. You look at the little sticker that's on it, and it'll tell you by the code how is this grown. Do you see what I'm saying?
Say that again. Tell by the code.
Yes, there's going to be a code on all the fruits and vegetables that you get. It's going to be anywhere, I want to say, from 5 to 8 digits around there
So the code's gonna be on the labeling.
on the small sticker that's on the fruits and vegetables. Like it'll actually be on them.
Especially the bananas.
Yes.
They have organic, and you look and you see the little sticker on the organic still,
Hmm.
and the other banana, it's not organic, doesn't have any sticker.
Yeah, so you'll be able to tell off of the label which is organic, which is not organic, all of these different things. That's all.
But I don't trust that the organic in the stores.
And that's what I was just saying. It's hard to really know what's organic. So just go into it with faith. God is gonna lead me to the most
right
organic.
thing.
Yeah, He's gonna lead me to the most organic stuff that I'm
One
looking
thing
for.
that we did growing up is that we had a cow lot that we kept the cow in.
Mhm.
My dad wouldn't pay for milk. We actually milked the cow in the lot, but you know, cow walking around was always messing up the lot, so we had to shovel up her and put it in a pile and do it at the end of the year. Or in the spring, we took all that fertilizer now,
Mhm.
organic, and spread it in the garden. We had a garden about twice this size.
Yes.
We had 12 rows in it, and that's how we grew our vegetables, our food
Yes.
during the springtime. And when I hear organic, I think about that as organic.
Yes, right. That's what I was saying.
You know, versus
Mhm.
somebody who's going in a hot house or
Right.
Yeah.
something like that with some chemicals or pesticides and all that.
Mhm.
We didn't spray our grass. We actually had to get up in the morning and pull it
Right.
out of the garden, and throw it away.
But I see the organic is high cost.
And it costs more to be organic.
And that's
it's
the-
dirtier. You gotta wash it off when you get up. You know, if it's real organic, you gotta wash the dirt off of it.
Yeah, right. And I started community gardens because of the same things. It's like we want to eat better, like I just said,
Yeah.
and I came with the same dilemma. I'm going in the store and I'm looking for the things I'm looking for, and you can't give me what I need. So now who is it upon to get the things I need myself?
But you buy watermelon and there's no seeds in it.
Right.
I mean, that's not normal.
That's the biggest point.
I grew up
Almost
and you
every-
had seeds. in
Yeah,
it.
everybody's seeing. Yeah,
Almost
we're
every
all seeing,
fruit
right?
now.
Has a seed, and most of them are seedless now, so they are not organic.
Right, that's exactly what we're saying. There's no way. The same thing with the meats that we're eating, like how long it actually takes a chicken to grow versus how fast we're getting the chicken meat. Yeah, it's outrageous.
Can I ask a question? What do you think about that possible that meat from plants?
Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. When I'm doing, let's say, like a fast where I'm not doing any meat, and I'm missing the taste because it has almost an identical taste to the regular meat, is I'll go and eat some. You see what I'm saying? To curb the taste, the urge to go have some real meat. What I
I had some today with breakfast.
What I would say to it though is, again, you want to be the most organic as you can. So yes, sometimes I will go eat Impossible, but at the same time, I would rather you go and eat something green. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it is going to be like that. There's different ways that they make them too. Like there's the bean patties. There's all these different types of ways they make them. So you could find the one that you like, you desire, but don't eat it every day to substitute your meat. Do you see what I'm saying? Did I answer it? Okay, perfect. Next thing, we're gonna go into the actual healing powers of foods. Okay. I guess this is kind of a personal question. Anybody ever taken a diuretic? Yes? Okay. Now, a diuretic, well, that's perfect. Everybody in here kind of knows what it is a substance that promotes the production of urine, okay? So to make me use the restroom. Now, if you got your phone out right now and typed in diuretic, they're gonna pop up a whole bunch of pills first. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not gonna pop up any natural diuretic. Now, today, I'm gonna give you a few. Do you see what I'm saying? The first one that we're gonna talk about diuretic is celery, okay? Exactly. Celery also helps aid the cleaning of the kidney as well. The next one is gonna
cleaning
the kidney.
kidney.
Yes. Next one is eggplant. Eggplant. Mm.
Fix it.
Does it matter how you prepare it?
Like we said, stay away from oil, fried. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Anyway, don't taste good unless it's fried.
Hey, see, that's- you're gonna have to find another way.
Okay, let's scratch that one.
And, like, that was a good question though. At the beginning, I want you to get on your fruits and vegetables. So if you gotta fry the green tomato, you gotta fry the okra, do it. Cause that's I still to this day will go to my grandma's house and kill some fried okra. You see what I'm saying? And I know the same things that I know. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be decisive about the battles that you're choosing. If you know, all right, I done ate this fried vegetables 3 days in a row. Day 4, come on, you see what I'm saying? I gotta change the routine, or it's gonna become, like we're saying, a habit. I can only eat this if it's fried. Next one is melons. All right, watermelon especially, but any melon fruit, melons.
What do they have with?
This is diuretic stuff.
Diuretics, okay.
And then the last 2 are leeks and asparagus. Leeks and asparagus. Cucumbers, they are, I'll say they are a good diuretic because they have so much water in them, but they also help with your metabolism. That's something that's going to be in digestives when we get to that. Next one that we're going to talk about is heptic tonic. All right, heptic tonic. Heptic tonic. This is not a fruit. This is another thing. Another topic. It helps the liver function and helps the liver function properly and stay healthy. All right. So if I was taking a heptic tonic, that's what it would be doing for my body.
Can you spell that?
Yes, I can. Heptic is HEPATIC, and tonic TONIC. 2 words. Yes. And like I said, it helps the liver function properly and stay healthy. On this one, we have artichoke. All right, that's number 1, artichoke. Increases bowel movement, like we were saying, and helps detoxify the liver. That's what all of these following ones are going to do. And also there's some that will be in multiple categories because, like we're saying, the benefits of it can be widespread, or it could be a benefit that's specific. Next one is avocado. And this helps the digestive lining.
So that means it puts the pH balance back in your intestines or where your lining. Is that what it does?
Well, I wouldn't say put the it's like a cleanser, if you see what I'm saying. But
I'm thinking indigestion keeps you from having too much indigestion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And last one is English walnuts, all right, which is really walnuts in general, but English walnuts specific. Next one is urinary antiseptic. All right, this is the 3rd section, urinary antiseptic. What does that do? It disinfects the urine and prevents or kills agents that cause UTIs, urinary tract infections. All right. The best one by far on this is cranberry. All right, cranberry is by far number one, helping detoxify.
Is it cherry nut also?
Yeah, that's the next one. That's the next one. Yeah, cherries.
They seasonal, so you have to get on them. Yeah, I see that out now too. Yeah, expensive.
All right.
I know.
Next one we're gonna talk about is, oh, did I say cherries?
Yeah.
You said that? Okay, perfect. Next one we're gonna talk about is mineral restorers. Okay, anytime that what my body would call work is any movement. So anytime I'm moving at all, my body is burning energy, burning the nutrients that I have in my body. The ways that I'm gonna restore it are right here. The first one is coconut. And the reason that it says because coconut is very rich in magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus. Coconut is gonna be the first one for mineral restorers. Next on the list are almonds. Right after that, we have alfalfa. Next one is probably my favorite on the list, cabbage. And the last two are oranges and turnip greens for mineral restorers. All right, so the next one is if you were taking anything because you were hypolipidemic, meaning you had low lipid count, okay? That's basically, lipid is protein, okay? Fatty cells in our body. What you need for this one, here we go again with avocado. That's gonna be number one on this one.
And excuse me, under what name?
Hypolipidemic, and I can spell that for you. HYPOLIPIDEMIC. That's hypolipidemic. And the next one, the first one for it was avocado.
Hypolipidemic one, avocado. Hypolipidemic.
Yes,
What's the
meaning-
other part?
Of what?
The other part of that heading.
No, that's it
That's
for the
one
heading.
word.
Mhm.
And we have avocado.
Yes.
You said something about the lipids, low lipids.
Yes, I was saying, what it was for, was saying, it was a low lipid count.
Okay.
The next one are beans, okay? So that's a variety of beans. It doesn't have to be a specific bean. Beans help with protein and fat. Like a lot of us think that it's meat that is doing the protein in our body, but that's just us being confused, us not knowing. We can get protein from our nuts and our beans, and as well as avocado, number one. That was number one on the list. Like I was just saying about beans, the next one is nuts, right? Nuts and sunflower seeds. Last but not least on the list are yams. Yeah, yams. Start smiling on that one. All right, this is perfect. Next one is antioxidants. Okay. And if anybody needs another piece of paper, I can give you one as well.
Can you spell it?
Oh yeah, I got you. ANTIOXIDANTS. Antioxidants. And remember, we talked about antioxidants earlier. They protect our cells when we're going through the breakdown of our food. So these are all aiding in how our food gets broken down. Number one is oranges, or number one are oranges. Next, we got strawberries. Cherries on this list as well too. Then next there's citrus fruits. Citrus fruits. So again, oranges, lemons, limes, things like that. Grapefruit. That's a citrus fruit as well. And then also it says nuts help with, nuts have antioxidants as well. That was the last one on that list.
Any kind of nuts or just?
Yeah,
Okay.
nuts, yeah, in general on that one. Next heading is gonna be anti-carcinogens, all right? And I'll spell that one as well, anti-carcinogens. ANTICARCINOGENS. So these are the agents that prevent cancer, all right? Carcinogens are cancer-causing agents inside the body, like we're seeing. We can get those from just breathing the wrong air outside. You see what I'm saying? There's substances in our body that don't agree and align with us. So if my body and my immune system are good, when I run into these things, they won't bother me. But if I'm going, let's say I go into the grocery store and I'm having issues with my breathing, I need to work on my immune system, because what happens in the grocery store, there's a lot of people, so there's a lot of what we would say germs. There's a lot of germs. So if I go into places like this and I start to feel a certain type of way, I need to work on my immune system. Oh, what's up, my guy? you can just have a seat right there. And there's some papers over here if you wanted to take some notes. You can come on this side. So this right here is Chisholm. He's one of the guys that plays on the football team that I coach, and he also does photography. So he's gonna take some pictures for me today.
Excellent.
Yeah, while we're doing this. Glad you could make it. Okay, so for the first anti-carcinogen, we're gonna go with broccoli. Okay, broccoli. Now, like we were saying again a second ago about phytochemicals, the phytochemicals in broccoli stop the growth of all cancerous cells. They stop the growth. So it's very good for us to eat broccoli. Next one right after that is cauliflower.
Stops it. Goes this way.
What'd you say?
What does it do?
Yes, the same thing. Yes, sir. Stopping the growth. Mm-hmm. Cabbage is the next one.
Doesn't matter how you cook it.
Again, stay away from frying anything. Stay away from frying it. Whatever you do.
Kill it,
I'm saving you, man.
Right, we're killing ourselves. That's not we.
Cabbage and cornbread.
Steam it to make some sauce.
The next one is gonna be oranges, lemons, and plums. Oranges, lemons, plums.
I got a problem. I can't eat oranges.
Okay, can you eat any other citrus fruit?
Well, I'm wrapping this around something though.
Okay.
Because I have a gout condition,
Okay.
which is attributed to my liver
Mm-hmm.
not being able to process enzyme.
Yes.
So if I can't eat oranges and the oranges are good for me, did I do something wrong earlier?
You gotta handle that with God.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't know who to blame for that one.
Okay.
Well,
You can eat other citrus, you can eat grapefruit and lemons.
right, yes.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, then I can do some research for you and then
All right, thank you.
give you something for that.
All right.
And then also, if you tell me the medicine, whatever medicine you're taking, then I could really help you then.
I try not to take any medicine, I just quit eating stuff that makes it flare up.
Okay, perfect. So then, food journal is your prescription. Next thing is gonna be grapes and tomatoes. Those are the last two for anti-carcinogens.
Grapes.
Yep, grapes and tomatoes. Now the thing about grapes, I love grapes, but don't eat too many grapes. Don't eat too many grapes, especially without the seed. They're so high in their sugar content that it's like, let's say you're eating some grapes right now and you get mucusy. It's because of all the sugar that's inside of the fruit. And the same thing if I'm eating something that's fried, like a lot of oil in it, produces a lot of mucus. You see what I'm saying? Now my body having to overwork or shorten the work is how I get inflammation. So like in my legs, because we were talking about this, my knee just popped and I straightened it. But because we're walking around in rubber shoes all day, our body doesn't get the full flexion of the joints that it needs. So that's why we get inflammation in our knees, hips, shoulders, wrists, our joints where we move a lot, but it's because we don't get the full use of our whole body. Now, tomorrow we're gonna talk about something called grounding. That's really gonna help you. You gotta spend a lot more time without your shoes on.
That really helps.
Mm-hmm.
No shoes.
Yes, no shoes.
I always wear shoes.
Right. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. What number are we on?
You did tomatoes, grapes and tomatoes were the last one.
Okay, perfect. We can move on. We're gonna go to digestives. Okay, so digestives are anything that help me digest my food. Okay. First one that we're gonna talk about is pineapple. Pineapple. That helps with the digestion, my fault, of your food.
I have a lot of acid though.
Yeah, that's why it's like, same thing with the grapes. Don't eat too much of it without having a balance. You see what I'm saying? Something to balance it out. Next one is papaya. Zucchini. Potatoes. And okra. Yeah, potatoes, not the French fry way though. That'll be the end of the digestives, and we got 2 more sections that we're gonna do.
Did you say something after potatoes?
Okra. Yes, okra. Mhm.
Zach, I know we're talking about food, but I did buy sandwiches for everybody.
Oh, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate
had
you.
to pull off
Fried
what's not
food
good.
Got some French fries in there?
As long as everybody writes it on the food journal, I'm good. The next one is gonna be laxatives. All right, laxatives. All right, so the first laxative, and everybody knows what a laxative is. It stimulates the intestinal function. The first one is gonna be plums. Plums is really good for your intestinal function, making it be stimulated at least. Next one is eggplant. And then last but not least, whole grain products. Whole grain products. Whole grain products. And then just while we're talking about this, it has nothing to do with laxatives, it's just because it popped up on my mind. When you're looking to buy anything in the store, we're talking about the next 2 weeks when you're going. If you look at the ingredients on anything and it has more than 10 ingredients, just think about, is that close to natural? Absolutely not. So it's like, what's one of my favorite things that I have to let go? We'll go first with, I'll just go straight to it, wheat thins, all right? I love wheat thins. At first I was like, man, this is a great snack. Till I was watching a video similar to what we're doing now, and he pulled up the ingredients, and I'm like, no, not my wheat thins. No, not my wheat thins. But it's, I want to say close to 30 ingredients to give you the flavor. Do you see what I'm saying? So when we're looking for our snacks and the stuff that we feel like tastes good, oftentimes it's not what's really good for our body, even if it is in a snack form. There's another thing that I've been eating recently where it's like apple crisp. You guys know what I'm talking about? Now, they didn't have a lot of ingredients, but they did have the number one ingredient we all need to stay away from, okay? High fructose corn syrup. So because they have those, what do I have to do now? I gotta stop eating them. Am I going to? We're gonna battle. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna see how it goes. I'm just be honest with y'all. I like them little apple chips. But yeah, when you see anything that has more than 10 ingredients, or it has high fructose corn syrup, or even if it just says corn syrup on it, because they'll try to take off the high fructose to fit all the other ingredients on there. But it's still the same thing. Corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, eliminate those. All right, now the last section is anti-anemics. All right, anti-anemics. If you're anemic, that means you would have low iron, okay? So this is how to build your iron up. All right. The first one is gonna be pistachios.
I'm sorry, what did you say this came on?
Anti-anemics, I'll spell that as well. ANTIANEMICS. Anti-anemics.
What was the first one?
Pistachios. I might add that to the list. So yesterday I said the homework is the food journal. And the next thing that I want everybody to do is pick something to plant. To plant.
To plant.
Yes, pick something to plant.
Oh.
Okay, so you get, yes, something that you have on the list today that you want to grow. You can go get a small pot. Even if I have to get the seeds, I'll get the seeds. It doesn't matter what the process has to be. Everybody pick. So tomorrow, that way we have a list of what everybody wants to grow. All right.
I'm growing potatoes already.
Okay.
Tomatoes and cucumbers and basil.
Gotta pick a new one, both of y'all.
Oh, really? All right, I'll do, some garden herbs then, some basil.
Basil is easier, and peppers, I would think peppers.
Yeah, bell pepper's a good one.
We gotta pick something else.
No, I mean, as long as you got one that you're not already growing.
Okay, you want us to start new?
Yes, it's a new one. And also for the ones that we wrote down today, so specific to what you need. Like if you feel like I need one of these things, do I need to increase my antioxidants? Do I need to increase the anti-carcinogens? What do I need to increase? You pick from the list, and then we'll go from there. I left off at pistachios. Next one for anti-anemics, there are red beets. Red beets. Next one's gonna be apricots. Passion fruit. Spinach. You was waiting on the spinach. And the last one is lettuce. Lettuce.
So lettuce is good for you? I don't know why, but I kept hearing people say that lettuce had no properties, no value. Iceberg lettuce.
Oh,
Yes, the specific
maybe it's
kind.
because of the specific lettuce that they're talking about, but lettuce in general is not something that's depleting a lot of nutrients. Like you should be able to get, like we're saying, the chlorophyll still, you'll get hydrated, you see what I'm saying? It still has antioxidants and phytochemicals, so it still can help you out.
And it's green.
Mm-hmm, right.
Am I wrong?
It's green.
Oh, you're right.
All right, so that's pretty much the information that I have for today. Like we said, I want everyone to start their food journal, and I want everyone to pick something that they want to grow, from the list. Are there any questions?
How long does it take a pistachio tree to
See, yeah, I mean, we just gotta be committed.
Yeah.
That's it. Not even worry about the
grow? Okay,
time.
don't worry about time.
Don't even worry about the
That's an
time.
obstacle there.
Yeah, don't even worry. That's one of the buts.
Okay.
I don't have a question. When we actually talked about this, we have this book that we call a blood diet book, and it tells you your blood type, that what certain foods you should not eat.
Mhm.
You know, some of these foods on here says I'm not supposed to because of my blood type. Do you agree with that, or does it?
I think that's something that would give you like a piecemeal, not the whole thing of how you need to eat. Because I feel like
And it says some things are highly beneficial to your body,
Mhm.
some things are neutral,
Right.
and then some things are like kind of toxic to your body, and some of the things that are toxic basically are the stuff that we're really not supposed to eat, like ham and pork, that
Right,
they
right,
say
right.
that's
Uh-huh.
not beneficial. And I know my blood type, they tell me not to eat chicken. I'm like, what? I didn't chicken. I'm like, what?
Right.
But there are certain things that they say, you know, even like coconut is not supposed to be good for my blood type. Tomatoes aren't supposed to be good for my blood
And you
type.
see what I'm saying? Like,
It just sounds,
right, at the very beginning when I was doing a lot of this stuff, it was more trial and error. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important for the food journal. So then I know if the book says this is what I'm supposed to eat and I had a bad reaction to it, it's not true. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I just start to slowly, maybe with just one thing on the list, start to see is it actually beneficial to me or is it actually detrimental to me?
Well, one item you didn't cover is proteins and meats. You have
Exactly.
any of those?
Exactly.
What about eggs? I didn't even think of eggs. I didn't eat eggs.
So, I mean, you can eat eggs, but that's what I'm saying. Just like you were saying a second ago about lettuce. Don't make your diet specific to one thing or one general area. Like, I don't need to every day be eating the same thing because I'm saying these are good foods that I like. Do you see what I'm saying? It has to be a variety of stuff, so I get the variety of phytochemicals, the variety of antioxidants, so that way my palate is wide, my palate is expanded. Because as soon as you start to make your diet specific and you go outside of that, then it's gonna be like you're responding this way just because you made this diet for you. You go outside of the diet and it starts to cause different things to happen to your body. But if you just keep it widespread and keep it colorful, that's gonna be the best thing that you can do.
And eat a variety.
Yes. And like we're saying, meat. Okay. We just talked about inside of plants, the fruits and vegetables, there are life chemicals, right? Anytime I eat an animal, is it alive? So does it have life chemicals? Does it have life? It has energy. It has energy. That's why we can eat so much and still be okay to go through my day. But if, I'm telling you, if you just start testing it out. 1 week, you eat how you want to eat. The next week, you eat how you're supposed to eat. Feel your body difference. You see what I'm saying? You're going to tell, I'm trying to convert dead energy into life versus I'm taking life into life. Do you see what I'm saying? It's easier for me to eat the fruits and vegetables and be up here all day, high energy, high energy and long-lasting energy. I can eat some chicken and I'm cool for 30 minutes, an hour.
So it's better to eat more raw vegetables than fruit then?
Anything is better in its most raw form. So once you start to cook, it starts to take certain things out of it. That's why we're saying when you fry it, you're literally burning all of the nutrients out of the food that you're trying to eat. So like if I'm growing this stuff and I just grab it out the garden and eat it, that's the best way that I can eat it. Versus me grabbing it and then going to put some seasoning on it and dip it in some ranch. You see what I'm saying? Just eating it naturally is going to be the best way for all of us to be better. Are we just going to automatically switch to eating everything naturally? No, obviously not. So pace yourself. If I am eating some fried okra, cool, just don't eat it every day. You see what I'm saying? Every time I eat okra.
So have a go.
Mm-hmm.
What about seafood?
You're not going to like what I'm about to say. You are not.
Most seafood is scavengers.
Like,
Most.
Salmon.
Most.
Ain't like salmon.
it's like,
She's gonna try and find something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard because I still will eat some salmon every now and then. That's what I mean by we gotta switch from having a meat-based diet to a plant-based diet. So I still can eat meat, but I need to eat way more fruits and vegetables than I do meat. Right now we're doing it backwards. We're eating way more meat than anything else that we're eating. That's why our bodies are unfolding the way that they're unfolding. By the time, and especially in our community, by the time we're in our 50s and 60s, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, heart attack, stroke, all these things because I didn't know how to eat. That's all it is.
What about carrots? I didn't hear anything.
Carrots, they're very beneficial for your brain health. Brain health.
Carrots are good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can eat that.
Brain
Raw
health, eyesight.
Raw carrots.
Not every day raw.
I can eat that.
Then also I wanted to ask you guys, what's something that you guys have learned so far that you can share with me?
Yeah, I know.
You can just, doesn't have to be the whole seminar, just one thing specific.
Well, I used this last night in the revival services that we gotta be positive. We gotta, most of what we say 100,000 thoughts and 8% of those are negative.
Right.
We gotta change that. We gotta make sure that at least only 20% is negative, the other 8% is
Right.
positive.
Yeah.
It's the way you think about things, what you see and how you perceive it and how you process life.
Yes. Definitely. Thank you.
That was also one of the things that stood out in my mind. Keep your thoughts positive and don't do the buts
Mm-hmm.
and
Eliminate the
the
butt.
can'ts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said that to my son and he didn't it last night.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I woke up this morning and I didn't saying, oh, it's gonna be a long day.
There we go, there we go. That's some progress. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be here till like 9 o'clock, so I, you know, I thought about it yesterday when you said it, and I said that when I woke up yesterday. So, you know, it's gonna be a long day today, so I gotta do this again.
I did think that, but I thought, well, let me prepare for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good job to wake up with a better mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's setting the tone for the rest of the day, how I started. Well, that's it for today, as long as there's any more questions, anything anybody else got? Alrighty, we're all good.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if we know, everybody knows everyone, so I do, so I'm gonna ask you to introduce yourselves, so that we can at least know who we are. If we see each other again, we can say how you doing, catch up and stuff, so you don't mind.
I'm coming Randolph.
I'm Doris Randolph, Zach's auntie.
I'm Sue Earls, Zach's grandmother.
Yes.
My name is Davine Mitchell.
I'm Joyce Rhodes.
I'm Sandra Davidson.
Alexandra Jones.
And I'm Deborah Hightower.
I'm Chisholm Bigfoot. I'm a player for coach's team.
Well, again, welcome to our sandwiches. Unwrap them after Zach leaves.
Enjoy your food.
We ain't started our
We didn't start the
journey.
journey, yeah, we didn't start the journey. We're good till tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. My apologies. Let's pray real quick. Father, we thank you again. We thank you for the wisdom you inspired Zach to have and to share with us today. We ask you again that you continually bless him, God, bless his endeavor as he performs the teaching process and re-educating us, causing us to be more diligent in our health and in our deportment and our lives together. We ask again, you continue to allow him to feel and have success in all that he is doing. Bless his family, God, and we again ask that you continue to bless all of us that are here today, that we continue to give your name praise, glory, and honor. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Bless our food, that would nourish our bodies.
Can I have, the notes for the flyers from yesterday, please? The flyers.
Oh, the notes from yesterday.
That's it.
That's a flyer. What's it?
It's still, yeah.